What's up guys, Michael here. Today we will talk about how to open a SWAT project in SWAT Viewer. Most of the SWAT users will use like ArcSWAT, QSWAT or MWSWAT to create their models. The SWAT project created with these tools could be opened directly in the SWAT Viewer. If you use other tools, you could also manually create a SWAT project to be used in the viewer. First, we will talk about ArcSWAT. If you are using ArcSWAT for your SWAT modeling, so when you first create your SWAT model, you will have a window like this. First you need to do is you want to give a project directory for your SWAT model. Then you can create a folder for your model, and the folder you create will be the SWAT project folder you want to use when you use the SWAT viewer. Sorry, because my resolution here is very high, so seems like my SWAT window, the font is very small. Sorry about that. So I have an example project, SWAT project folder here. In this folder, you can see I have MSD file, I have the MDB file. Also, I have another folders. One folder is scenario folder, another folder is the watershed folder. So when I want to open that in the SWAT viewer, I want to point the viewer to the ArcSWAT folder here. So we can open all the files in that model. So let's switch back to the SWAT viewer. So to open a SWAT project, you want to use the left top button called Open SWAT Project. Click that button and scroll down. You can scroll down to your ArcSWAT project folder. So for me, my folder will be the ArcSWAT folder, and in this folder I have scenarios folder, I have the watershed folder. So after I select ArcSWAT folder and click OK, so this project is opened in the viewer. You can see everything contents in the project explorer here. So to check about that, you can choose the project one, and on the right your watershed will be showing on the right. It means you are opening the ArcSWAT project correctly. So next we will talk about the QSWAT. If you are using QSWAT to create your SWAT model, so when you create your SWAT model, most of the time you want to first to create a new project in the QSWAT. If I click new project here, it will let you to give a name of a QGIS file. I have an example here. You can see I have a test QGIS file, and in that folder, folder I will have a test folder, and the test folder will hold all the model files and geospatial files for me. So yeah, that's how you create the QGIS, using the QGIS to create a SWAT project. So I have my QGIS project here. Oh, seems the QGIS has a problem to me. Oh, okay. So here I have an example SWAT project. So you can see that's the QGIS file when is created when I create that project. So in this folder, they will create called test folder. So you can see the name of this folder and the name of this QGIS file is the same. So in that folder, you can see it's very similar compared to the one in the ArcSWAT project folder. You have a scenario folder, you have a watershed folder. But here in the QSWAT, they also created some folder called source. So in the source folder, most time is holding all the geospatial data. And also you have the MDB file. So for QSWAT, So this test folder will be the SWAT project folder you want to open. It's not the QSWAT folder, it's the test folder. The folder with your project name. So let's switch back to SWAT viewer and click this button and then browse to the QSWAT folder. So you can see I have the QSWAT. I have in the QSWAT folder, I have a folder called test folder. So this test will be my project name. In this test folder, you can see I have the watershed folder, I have the scenario folder, and the source folder. So if you can compare to the SWAT project, you can see in SWAT I have the scenarios, I have the watershed, so I need to open this SWAT folder. But for QSWAT, they have more level compared than this SWAT. So I need to select this test folder rather than this QSWAT folder. So I select my test folder and click OK and click the project. So my project is showing on the right. So that's how you can open a QSWAT project in the SWAT viewer. Next, we will talk about the MW SWAT in map window, like how we can open the MW SWAT project in SWAT viewer. If you are using MW SWAT to create your SWAT model, so when you create a model, it's very similar to QSWAT. Actually, I will create a video talk about that. Actually, the QSWAT is really based on the design of the MW SWAT. So they have very similar design. So in MW SWAT, when you create a SWAT project, you need to use this new project button here. And also you want to give a name to a map window project file. So you can see here I have a simple here, and so that's my project. So basically the MW SWAT also will create a folder to hold all the SWAT project files in that folder. So that folder will be the one you want to use in the SWAT viewer. So I have MW SWAT project folder here. So in that folder here, you can see I have a MW SWAT project folder. Actually, this is a map window project file. Also, I have an MDB file. So this is very similar compared to the SWAT and QSWAT. And in this folder, you also have scenario folder, source folder, and watershed folder. So you can see these three folders very similar with the one in QSWAT. So because you can see a scenario folder is here, so to open this SWAT project in the SWAT viewer, you need to go up one level and go into the MW folder and to open that project. So let's switch back to SWAT viewer and click this open SWAT project button and browse to my MW SWAT folder. So you can see what I need to select is select the MW SWAT folder. In this folder, you can see you have the watershed folder, source folder, and scenario folder. So that's the folder you want to choose when you open the project. And click OK. And also I wanted to check to see if my watershed is okay. Yeah, seems okay. Yeah, that's how you want to open a SWAT project created by the MW SWAT. Yeah, lastly, we will talk about how you can open a SWAT project if that project is created by other tools. So basically, if you want your project to be opened in the SWAT viewer, you need to have the two most important parts. So first part is the model input part. So basically, this part will hold all the model input files. You can see all the input files. This one should be in the folder. And secondly, if you want to have some spatial visualization, so you need to have some shape files. So at least you want to have the shape files for subbasin. So the shape files for about subbasin and shape files for the ridge. So here you can the name. You can see you see the naming RIV1 and subbasin and SUBS1. So I have a video to detail talk about how you can manually create that structure to be opened in the viewer. So if you have using other tools to create your SWAT model, you can watch that video and to see how you can open your project in the viewer. In this video, we talked about how to open a SWAT project in SWAT viewer. SWAT models could be created using XSWAT, QSWAT, and MW-SWAT. The models created using these tools can be opened directly in the SWAT viewer. Other models may be created with other tools. You also could open that project using by manually creating a SWAT project folder. Thanks for watching. If you like the video, please give a thumbs up below and subscribe my channel. I will post videos about SWAT viewer, SWAT model, and other hydrological models. Hope to see you in next one.